Ritenhouse thing. Just look and see if we can get the overall view of the jurors. I don't know if we can do that or not, but we're going to give it a shot. What the heck? The worst that can happen is I'm wrong. Okay. But let's, can you give us an overview what's going on behind closed doors with the jurors? How are they leaning? What are they seeing with this? What are they discussing? Okay. Are we looking closer to a big conviction, or are we looking at lesser stuff? Are they looking at letting him off totally? I don't think they can let him off totally. There's no way. The people he shot were all unarmed. And he went there to cause trouble. I mean, let's face it. He lied. He said he was an EMT. He lied. And so, yeah, it was just... So what's going on with the jurors behind closed doors? What's happening with that? Okay. First card out is the Star. Now, usually it's my card for Trump. I know the judge is a Trumpite. Okay. How do I know that? You could feel his energy from the moment, the way he kind of laid into prosecution, the way he took misdemeanor things off the table, the way... And then I guess in the courtroom, his phone rang and it was the Trump song. Okay. Need I say more? Okay. So I don't know if this has to do with people are having the high ideals. Okay. Or if they are quite a few Trumpites, which I wouldn't doubt there's quite a few Trumpites there with the area that it's in. But let's look at the rest of the cards and see what we get with this. Hopefully, we get something that modifies that. The challenge is, the big emotional drama with this. And again, usually this is my card for the Trump family. Okay. Trump family, and they always want to say they have family values, yada, yada, yada. Right where? Conscious thoughts, trying to figure out the best benefit. What's the best way forward? And they're taking their time because this is the night that's slow, steady, cautious. Okay. He's not rushing forward. So it looks like they're really looking at all of this. Okay. So at least that part's, looking a bit better. The way they see themselves working on this, carving it out. Okay. So it looks like they're trying to do their duty, even though it looks like most of them are Trumpites. But hopefully they've got a conscience and they, they're going to do the right thing. Subconscious, he's going to have to take his lumps. And I think it's also for them, it's a bit difficult, okay, trying to push through that. Because the judge, if you listen to his thing that he was reading on them on how to figure out what to give, it was crazy. And then he goes, well, if he did it on purpose, then you're done, okay? If he didn't do it on purpose and you think he was defending himself, then you're done, okay? Well, that's not what the things were. There are a lot of lower level things one could go to, manslaughter 1, manslaughter 2, etc., okay? So let's see what we have under here. Energy surrounding it is needing to take action, okay? So they are taking action, discussing it, trying to get through it. Above it, okay, well, it looks like maybe they see there was an abuse, okay, that there was an abuse. In his mindset, he went there. not with good intentions, okay? He went there as kind of like a bully. He kind of went there, the big man on campus type thing, okay? Underneath of it, they're going to take our laws and stuff into consideration, okay? It's usually my thing for America, our laws and the way that we conduct ourselves, all of that, okay? So it looks like they do see that he has abused the system, okay? And when he got up on the stage, boo hoo hoo hoo, up on the stand, I mean, it should have been a stage because of, you know. And you could see in one sense, you could feel the fear in him, but in the other sense, it's that arrogance type of thing underneath of it. Yeah, good luck with that. In the past, it's about, trying to figure out balance, juggling this. And I think part of it is juggling these instructions from the judge as well. Hopes and fears. I think their hope is to do the right thing, but they know that there's a lot of emotion surrounding this case as well. Now in this card, she's kind of got her eyes closed. Cup is kind of full, but maybe there's some things that they don't want to quite see, okay? Maybe kind of closing their eyes to a bit. Short term, yeah, daily, they start out and they continue to go forward and discuss this, discuss this as well as they can. Here comes the last card. Emperor. Okay. Emperor. I'm going to pull a card, some clarification with that. Okay, what about the Emperor? Is there attachment to Trump and all of that stuff? White supremacy, Krampus, and all of that nonsense going to override their judgment? Let's look and see. What about the Emperor? Or are they going to stand firm and do the right thing? Okay. Hard truth. There's the hard truth. The duty. Okay. They've got their duty to do. Temperance. So underneath of it, getting to calmer waters, okay. Still holding to thing, but the wheel is coming kind of out in the cold. So I think, it's what I felt in the beginning. It looks like he's going to get a conviction. He's not going to walk, but it's going to be tempered, okay. Not going to get a full-on heavy conviction, which I feel he actually deserves. But it looks like maybe they're going to temper it a little bit because of what I'm getting the feeling of it now that I look at the Queen and the balance card up there. The balance one is looking like a younger person, that maybe they're taking that into consideration and saying, well, he's young and, young and foolish, and maybe he was scared and yada yada. They may be going some of that route as well. But they know they've got the duty. They know they've got the duty to do this, okay? And they know he did abuse. What he did there was not right. It was abuse. It wasn't, he didn't have any authority to be there to do any of that. So there will be action taken. They are going to punish him. He's not going to walk, okay? But I don't think he's going to get the full extent of the law. I think they'll go for a little lesser charge. And 9 out of 10, the judge, when he sentences him, now let's pull some cards. I've got a feeling he's going to be as lenient as he can with him. Okay? Give him on the lower end of what is recommended. But let's pull a card and see. What about the judge sentencing? What can you tell me about the sentencing? What can you tell me about the sentencing? Okay. Yeah, I've got a feeling he's going to err on the lighter side of everything. We have this community coming together. The challenge is, the make it happen card, the magician, make it happen. He can't make it go away, but he's going to look and say, oh, he's younger, and, he's a younger kid, so I'm not going to give him the harshest judgment, is what it looks like it's going to be. Yeah, temperance. He's going to give him the lighter sentence he can get away with, it looks like. Okay. Yeah. So I'm going to leave this here. We'll have to see if the cards are right or wrong. I would like them to be wrong and like to see him get his just due for what he's done. He is going to do time, but I don't think it's, again, not the full extent that it really should be. On that note, I'm going to leave this here. We're going to have to wait and watch and see what happens with the Ritenhouse trial. It was looking like they were trying to get try to get it thrown out of court at one point in time, that the way they were going with it. But crazy case. That judge should not be on the bench any longer. He was just really off the wall with stuff. I'm wondering if he's not getting dementia or something, because he was not grounded, not balanced, and some of the things he was saying were just off the wall, crazy, that should never be said in a courtroom. So we'll have to wait and see what happens, and maybe I'll do a reading on that judge a little later too, because he's just really cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Okay, he's a bit out there in no man's land. So I'm going to leave this here. Love and light. See you online.